Hey everybody, my name is Brandon. Welcome back to Cinefessions, where we talk all things media. And today we are doing the 46th episode of my thrift store haul series. And today we are running the gamut from VHS all the way to Blu-ray with a couple of DVDs thrown in between. So there are 9 items in today's video, so let's not waste any more time at all. Let's dive right into episode 46 of my thrift store haul series. I think today we are going to start off with the Blu-rays that I found, and I found these first two at not a local thrift store. I was actually on vacation about a couple weeks ago now, and we ended up stopping at a Goodwill, and they had a couple of really great items. Actually, the Blu-rays and the VHS tapes, all of the VHS tapes came from one stop, and these first two Blu-rays came from there as well, so it was a really good stop. But this one is Star Wars, the prequel trilogy. This is episodes 1, 2, and 3 of Star Wars. Now, yes, of course I own Star Wars. I own Star Wars multiple times, but when I can add something like this to the collection for, I think this was $3, I mean, it's a no-brainer. Not only did they have the prequel trilogy, I keep doing that, they also had the original trilogy, so episodes 4, 5, and 6. So these originally came with slipcovers, and the original trilogy had that slipcover with it, but it was absolutely disgusting. So I ended up just tossing that because it was really gross. So that's the only part I don't have of these, but all discs are included, and I'm just happy to add these to my Star Wars collection. The chances of me ever sitting down and watching these particular versions, they're honestly relatively slim, but hey, it's just cool to add to my Star Wars collection. I have, from VHS in multiple forms to DVD, now Blu-ray and 4K, of course. So I have it all, and I'm very happy to own as many as I can of Star Wars, one of my favorite franchises out there. So I do plan to do a full Star Wars collection video at some point in the future, and these will be, of course, shown in there. So I found these for $3 each, Star Wars, the original trilogy, and the prequel trilogy on Blu-ray. Today's last Blu-ray is actually a Blu-ray 3D version of The Chronicles of Narnia, The Voyage of the Dawn Treader. So I actually do own this one already. I think I own this one on Blu-ray if I'm not mistaken. I believe this is the one where I actually found it at another Goodwill or a Value World, whatever, another thrift store. And it was very cheap and it was a really cool release. So actually with this one, I'll probably just insert this disc into that release because as you can see, this is just the Blu-ray 3D itself, and I don't get to watch 3D all that often, so typically, I'd like to have the 2D version as well, so I will probably just stick this in with that so that I have the 3D option as well. But I thought this was a really cool find. This ended up being, I think they only charged me 50 cents for this, like it was very, very cheap, so very happy to add this disc to the collection. This is The Chronicles of Narnia, The Voyage of the Dawn Treader in Dawn Treader in Blu-ray 3D. Moving over to a couple of DVDs I found. I honestly don't even remember when or where I got these. They've been in a pile over there to share with you guys for a bit now, but I did find Mommy Dearest on DVD. So this is one that I know there are upgradable options out there, but I've never seen it before, and this was the Hollywood Royalty Edition, so I thought that was pretty cool, and there are quite a number of special features included there as well. So this is just an interesting release. I thought I'd pick it up for the very cheap price. Again, I don't remember exactly where this one came from, but I bet you money I spent less than $1 on this. So that's a pretty good deal. And if I love it, then of course I will upgrade down the line. But the Hollywood Royalty Edition of Mommy Dearest. So the other DVD in today's video, I think, is just a cool find. This is Goosebumps Scary House with this awesome, purple or pink, whatever color you want to call that, case with it, which is just fantastic. So I love collecting these. I do have a good number of them already, but Scary House was one that I didn't have, at least in a standalone. So definitely had to add this one to the collection. I know I've seen this, but I don't remember it because I've owned this in the past and must have gotten rid of it. But yeah, excited to get around to this one at some point. We have Goosebumps Scary House. Let's move over now to VHS, and I am really excited. There's 4 in total, and I thought these were just awesome finds, especially because they were all from one thrift store at 59 cents each. That's a really good deal. So First up, I was able to find the sci-fi bomb Dune. Now, this is not a great movie. Frankly, I don't like this movie all that much, period, but I do own this one on 4K, and I thought this would just be a really cool addition for the VHS collection. So, fortunately, no visible mold, at least, on this one. So hopefully this one will play if I ever do sit down to actually turn it on. But yeah, this is just really cool find. I love this cover art. I think it's just so iconic. So I was happy to add Dune to the VHS collection. And then moving over to some sci-fi horror, maybe sci-fi action, whatever you want to call it. Predator 2. I love this. I thought this was just, I mean, maybe one of the best finds of the day. I think it's really cool. Now, honestly, I haven't looked up the value on these, so they might be worth something, they might not. I'm not sure. I did end up picking up one that I resold, and that was Mean Girls, just because I didn't need it on VHS. I already have it on Blu-ray. The 4K's out there, and it's not a movie that is like Predator or Dune, which I would love to have in VHS specifically. So that one I ended up selling, but everything else I'm keeping. So I didn't look up the values of them, but I imagine some of these are worth maybe, you know, a few bucks at least on eBay. So Predator 2 is in the collection. I really enjoy this movie. I know it's not everyone's favorite, but I always have a good time with it. So happy to have it on VHS now. And then last but not least, I guess I'll show these two together since they're part of the same franchise, but I was able to find Jaws, and not just any edition of Jaws, the widescreen edition on VHS. Like, that's really cool. I love the cover art here with the silver border. I think that looks awesome. Now, this is an all-timer, of course, just a favorite of mine. And then, along with Jaws, I also found the sequel, Jaws 2. So this one is not the widescreen edition. This is just the standard release of it. I don't even know if there is a widescreen edition of it or not, but yeah, I was really happy to have these in the collection on VHS. So two really cool finds from Goodwill, and shockingly very good prices on these. So I grabbed Jaws and Jaws 2 to wrap up today's video. Both of these are awesome adds to that VHS collection. All right, so there is the 46th edition of my thrift store haul series, and a really strong one in my opinion, especially with these VHS tapes and then a couple of Star Wars collections for $6. That's a really good price. And those Star Wars, I don't think I mentioned it, but those specific releases of Star Wars, there's nothing really special about those, but again, it's just for that Star Wars collection. I love adding to that whenever I can, and it's very cheap. Like these, I mean, it was a no-brainer, but I would love to hear from you guys down in the comments below. Have you been getting lucky at your local thrift stores? And if so, what have you found? Let me know down in the comments below. If not, let me know what your favorite find of this pile was. I think there are some really fun ones in here, but I'd love to hear your guys' opinion on it as well. So with that said, guys, thank you so much for making it all the way to the end here. I really do appreciate that. And before I let you go, I'll just encourage you all to consume some media today. Thanks again for watching, and I will catch you all next time.